What's up, everybody? I'm back. This time I'm taking a look at the new Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire 4.0 patch. This is in the beta branch. I thought I would just pop in real quick and take a look at the new subclasses. This is going to be live come the 13th of December. It will have Forgotten Sanctum, I think is what it's called, the new DLC, the third DLC. I have Beast of Winter and Seeker Slayer Survivor, and this is not out yet. And then the free stuff. Here's the thing. I haven't played this game since launch. Like, when I played it, it was a cakewalk on Veteran, and I understand that they've increased that difficulty, and I've seen in the patch notes they've done a further just blanket bonus stats to all the enemies to make Veteran even harder yet. And everything was crazy overbalanced, and I haven't touched it since I beat it with my wizard, which was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to a second playthrough. I think I'll just try my hand at recording a Let's Play of that playthrough, just to see how it goes. So I hope you'll join me for that in a couple weeks. But for now, just for today, I wanted to see if we could take a look at the new subclasses. So let's go to New Game. I think that they've added quite a few Berath's blessings, because there's a bunch of new stuff here I don't remember seeing when I last played. And I remember last time I tried playing with Berath's blessing, it was pretty easy for me to pick the things I wanted, because I wanted to start at level 4 to be able to like level my guys up early on, have a bunch of money. There was like a vendor that had some cool stuff to spend that money on. But now there's a few other things too, like unlocking a pet slot for Eater is just kind of cool. I probably even play with him though, so I don't know. This sounds cool. I think you can use it to upgrade something legendary to something mythical, something like that. So anyway, all right, let's go. New game. I'm not gonna actually play yet, so we're just gonna start and skip intro, which I forgot I could do. I don't think I've even done this yet before, since it got patched in. Maybe I did. I feel like I'd maybe looked into some of it, but I can't remember for sure. No. This is just going to be, I know I've looked at them in the patch notes, these subclasses, but I wanted to show them off in the game. So, here we go. I don't
An ancient
remember
dwarf shares this strange. You can see.
This is just us getting through here as quick as we can. I guess if I had thought this through, I could have just like rolled up a mercenary character once I had started playing, but I could have loaded up the same game, but that's fine. This shouldn't take too long. We'll blow through this. If it takes too long, if it feels like it's taking too long, I'll just put a cut in.
Please.
Okay, I'm back, and I just put a little cut in there because you guys have probably seen that a bunch of times, and I wanted to just get right into it. So let's take a look at some classes here. Pick next and all this stuff here. We will single class for now, just look at the new classes. Okay. Barbarian. No subclass Berserker. Fury Shaper. Carry a burden of trauma in their past lives, suffering when those emotions inexplicably bleed into their current psyche. These rare individuals can manifest emotions in a physical form, inflicting their rage, terror, or madness onto the world. They gain Wild Shape Frenzy. Keyword summon creature. Cost 1 rage. Shape a ward in the battlefield that inspires rage in your allies, granting them action speed while the totem persists. Oh, it creates a totem that gives them action speed. Oh, that's really cool. They get that right at level 1? Oh, neat. Okay. Shape a ward on the battlefield that evokes horrific visages, terrifying enemies. This is reminding me a little bit of Diablo 2. Okay, and then what's this one? Blood. Shape a ward inspires bloodlust, granting all allies health based on the damage they deal. And an accuracy bonus against spirits. Well, this is pretty cool. I mean, presumably, everything else is pretty much the same. What's the drawback? If a ward's destroyed, take immediate raw damage and a power level penalty. I wonder how bad that is. And then their will is reduced overall. That's pretty cool. I like it. I think that that's a cool idea for a Berserker. Kind of like a just a neat take on the way barbarians play. I like it. Chanter. Let's take a look at Chanter. Bellower. Bellowers are often found in communities steeped in hardship, particularly among those that have experienced recent misfortune. Their tales better resemble a collection of ramblings and gibberish than coherent stories. Their name stems from the rare, violent, impassioned outbursts of fearsome magic. So their invocations grant and benefit from a brief bonus to power level based on the number of held phrases, but when they do an invocation, it consumes all their phrases, and their overall chant radius is reduced. This is really cool because I think there's a few builds that I've seen that focus mostly on using phrases. So you could have a Bellower so that when you get close to the end of a fight, you could really finish the battle off with a powerful invocation. That's interesting. Ciphers. I like ciphers. Psion. Psions are quite rare, often beginning as prodigal young minds that slowly unlock secrets deemed incomprehensible to even the wisest scholars. Their powers require intense meditation that can allow them to manipulate the conscious mind or move objects with incredible force. They gain the Soul Mind passive ability. What's that do? When free to focus, the Cipher's mind sharpens, allowing them to tap into hidden power and generate focus passively. However, if the Cipher receives damage from an attack, the effect's briefly disabled. Well, I like that. That's pretty cool. Rather than having to deal damage or receive damage in the case of one of these. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But rather than having to do damage, they can just passively gain it. Oh, I see. They lose Soul Whip. So this is how they gain. So this is how they gain focus, is by not getting hit. But that's actually pretty cool for someone like a ranged Psion who stands behind the front lines with a bow, maybe. Let's see what telekinetic burst is. Channel takes 10 focus. Channel a burst of energy from within the target's mind, interrupting them, throwing back all those nearby. Oh, that seems very powerful. When they receive damage, they not only have their soul mind get disabled. Oh, that's what it says. Okay, that's not bad. It's just a different way to generate focus, and you gain this telekinetic burst ability. And there are going to be some builds, probably not melee builds, I would imagine, that this works great in. Actually, what's that guy's name? What's the NPC's name who is a Cipher in this game? That guy with little fur ears. That guy, when I played the first time, he was like a ranged guy, just kind of behind the scenes, back behind the front lines with my wizard. This would have been amazing for him. Oh, that's right, you can't pick subclasses for those guys. Well, I'll make my own. Druid. Let's see what we got here. Ancient. Not all ancients are venerable in form, but many have walked Eura for hundreds of years. Primal in nature, these zealots of Gallowayne tend to keep to themselves in the forests and extreme environments, warding off would-be travelers and conjuring untamed magics. Alright, so when they use beast and plant spells, they get a power level bonus. Very cool. Beast and plant spells tend to be really good. Automatically learn the following druid spells at new power levels. Summon Sporelings. I don't remember that. Was that a thing before? Summon Sporelings? Is it a new spell? I think it might be a new spell. Summons 2 Sporelings. It's plant. So that's pretty cool. It's very good. Hold Beast, Wild Growth. Infuses Summon Beast or Primordial with natural energy, granting it the robust inspiration, increasing its size. Oh, that's cool. How long does it last? Let's see a duration, but it's very fast cast. That's neat. Let's see. Form of the Delumgan. That's pretty good. Wall of Thorns. Venom Bloom. Call of the Primordials. Summons Oozes. That's right. Fire Stag. That feels new. I didn't play a lot of Druid stuff last time, so some of this may not actually be new. Wizard penalty. Let's see. Reduced defense against veiled piercing attacks. Well, those aren't super common. And increased damage from vessels. That's more common, but still doable. You're summoning guys anyway. Your summon should be taking all those hits. Okay. Very cool. Let's see, things of the Tactician. Yeah, Tactician. Those who can rally their wit in the heat of battle are known as Tacticians. These warriors see all forms of combat as only pieces moving in play. Frequently assuming leadership positions within the structured military, Tacticians weaponize cleverness and sharpen experience. Restore discipline when successfully interrupting an enemy action. I mean, not that you needed a reason to want to interrupt an enemy before, but now you restore discipline when you do it. That seems very cool because that's what they use for their... Yeah, that's what they do knockdown and stuff. Wow, that seems really powerful. Gain Brilliant Tactician. While all enemies are flanked and no allies are flanked, gain the Brilliant Inspiration. Oh. I like that a lot because it's really clever and in keeping with the tone of this character. Because if all your enemies are flanked and none of your allies are flanked, that means you're being very good at the tactical thing. That's pretty cool. That seems really good. How many interrupting abilities do these guys have, though? Like, how many ways can they interrupt stuff? I have to do a little more digging into that. Penalty. Penetration and accuracy is reduced when attacking a target that's not being attacked by an ally. So you want... This guy would probably pair very well with some kind of rogue, because then he's always... Whenever you and the rogue are sharing a target, the rogue is getting her bonuses, and your fighter is getting her... not having her penalties. And you gain Tactical Dilemma. When flanked, you become shaken and confused. Like, that is extra bad. I'll give you that. These are actually super cool so far. Let's take a look at the monk. Forbidden Fist. Followers of cryptic teachings rooted in a dark past, these monks are among the few granted, or cursed, with knowledge of forbidden techniques. Their martial prowess was said to corrupt the very soul of the wielder. Believing that great and terrible events justify their use, these monks travel Eora, weighing the balance between the purity of their soul and the necessity of conflict. They gain wounds and health when hostile effects expire, so a thing that's going to happen naturally, just gives them benefits. They gain Forbidden Fist. Oh, it takes no wounds. Perform a forbidden technique that projects a part of the soul in a blast of pure force. Those struck are interrupted and enfeebled. The damage of this effect is greatly increased if the monk's soul is cursed. After each use of the monk's soul will be... After each use, will the monk's soul... Is that a typo or am I reading that wrong? After each use, will the monk's... Okay, I actually think it's a typo. Whenever you use it, you're cursed for a short time, increasing wounds, cost, and damage of Forbidden Fist, as well as increasing the duration of any existing curses. Each curse afflicting the monk's soul will continually cause damage. Aha, but... As you use this Forbidden Fist ability and your curse grows, as those curses go away, you will gain wounds and health. Meanwhile, your Forbidden Fist will get more and more powerful. What's the icon looking? Cool. I like the idea behind it. I don't know how well it's going to work, but you also don't receive wounds from damage anymore, so this is actually how you get wounds, is by like spamming this Forbidden Fist ability, I guess. Probably why it costs no wounds. It's interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's definitely interesting. The Steel Garrote. I know a lot of people were asking about this, and I honestly can't remember what the Steel Garrote is or why people were super into it. I feel like I did know at one point, but anyway, moving on. The Steel Garrote is a feared paladin order dedicated to Woedican. They work with powerful individuals and business interests to hunt down those who violate contracts, especially if said contracts were endorsed by a priestess of the exiled queen. They were founded in the Adir Empire and are active throughout the region, branching out as far as the Deerwood and the Valian republics. Their bonus is they heal for a portion of the damage dealt to afflicted targets. Oh, wow, that seems actually pretty awesome. Does anyone else have that? I don't think so. No, I think that's just them. And then again, the Garrote ability, which costs 2 zeal, choke the target, paralyzing them and dealing raw damage over time. When the effect ends, the target's proned. Crap, these guys seem awesome. Just a self-healing and then an amazing ability. I mean, granted, it's 2 zeal, but jeez, it's really good. I wonder if I should play a Steel Garrote. That'd be kind of cool. I haven't played a Paladin too much, and I like Paladins. Okay, Priest. I think this is the Priest of Woedican. Yeah. Priests and priestesses of the exiled queen express their faith as lawyers and judges in towns and urban centers. The most prominent among them have served as advisors in royal court. They are of particular importance in the Empire of Adir, where business contracts require their endorsement. Woedican's devotees are typically found in the upper classes, but any tradition-minded person who longs for a vanished past will find a place at her faith. When Woedican takes back her throne is a common saying amongst her followers, signifying a utopian future when society will be properly ordered once again, and she will take her rightful place as ruler of the gods. Alright, so she gets rid of engagement. I don't know what this is. Cannot engage enemies for 15 seconds. Staggered. Huh. Decree those in the ambush forbidden from engagement. That seems kind of neat. Good way to get your fast characters out of danger. Spiritual weapon. What is her spiritual weapon? I don't say. Isn't it listed somewhere? Rid of consumption. Spiritual weapon. Here we go. Fist. Okay. That's kind of neat. Rid of consumption. Can't use potions or scrolls. Sickened. That's pretty cool. Oh, what is it? The staggers as well. Oh, that's pretty good. Divine Terror. Rid of War. Cannot use non-spell abilities. And Shaken. That's pretty neat. Pillar of Rid of Sword. Can't use spellcasting to the table. This seems... These guys are cool. Like, you can do these writs. That's kind of awesome. Enfeebled. Wow. That seems pretty good, too. Alright. And, of course, no drawbacks, because that's just how priests and paladins roll. Ooh, Arcane Archer. A rare few find themselves gifted in both physical ability and the more cerebral arcane talents. Arcane Archers are among those few and apply their innate aptitude with magic by temporarily infusing spells into their projectiles. More commonly seen among traveling performers or during archery contests, these skilled individuals are both admired and reviled for their abilities. Imbue spell effects gain increased accuracy from Arcanist skill. Okay, so imbue spell effects. Okay, so at level 1, they gain imbue missiles. Takes 2 bond. Briefly store a spell in the ammunition of your ranged weapon, then perform a primary attack, releasing the magic on impact. Oh, so when you fire an arrow at somebody, it hits and does a minor missile. Oh, that's awesome. Web. Fireball. Yora. Oh, the pull of Yora. Death. The Death Ring spell. Man. I'd like to see that in action. That's interesting. Receive a penalty to accuracy with attacks not of the following traits. Imbue, elements, fire, acid, electricity, and spell. Max health is reduced. Okay. But they gain accuracy when they do their imbue abilities. But they lose accuracy when doing, like, I assume a wounding shot, for example, doesn't have any of those qualities to it. That's neat. Alright, I like that. Rogue. Debonair. As charming as they are devious, these rogues use cleverness and diplomacy to achieve their goals, often acting only in self-interest. They have been known to contract high society thefts, unveil scandals, or even perform the occasional white glove assassination. Gain significant hit and crit. Hit 2 crit against charm targets. Oh, I wonder how significant. Does it say in here? Roguish Charm. Sneak attack. Yeah, it just says gain significant hit to crit against charm targets. Gain Roguish Charm. Gain hit downgraded to graze against attacks when you are not afflicted. So that's actually pretty cool. And then the Roguish Charm. For 1 guile. Charms for 30 seconds. If level 6 or above, also apply a random tier 1 body inspiration. If level is 12 or above, apply a random tier 2 body inspiration. If level is 18 or above, I think that's very interesting. So they can charm, and then they deal extra damage against charmed targets. And they're harder to hit when they're not afflicted by anything. They cannot engage, which means that enemies can walk away from them without any penalty. And they gain cowardice. Receive a penalty to accuracy and defense if there are no allies nearby. Interesting. This would pair well with a Tactician, maybe. Huh. And they still get backstab, right? Or whatever it was. Yeah, sneak attack. Okay. That seems really cool. The wizard seems neat. This is the one I saw earlier. Devoted to the belief that blood fuels the power of the soul, blood mages walk a painful and self-destructive path to arcane mastery. Though reputable animancers have discredited their beliefs, those few that have witnessed blood magic cannot deny that gratuitous self-harm can indeed preface unbelievable, often terrible, magical events. I don't know if that's preface, preface. Like, that can't be preface. Like, before face? That's gotta be preface, right? Alright, anyway. Gain blood sacrifice. Draw upon your own life force to fuel your magic when others could not. Receive a variable amount of raw damage in order to restore a spell level of equal or lesser proportion to the damage received. That's very cool. Be able to recast spell levels. After the use of it, your wizard spells will receive a bonus to power level for a short time. Very cool. And you gain passive health regeneration. I don't know how much, though. +1 health every round, basically. Let's see, but minus 15 against all defenses when enemies under 50% health attack. That's right, I read that earlier. I skipped ahead. Cannot use Empower, which is too bad, because that's a cool thing wizards can do to make their spells really powerful. But I think the idea is that when you blood sacrifice, for a short time your power level gets higher, so multiple spells cast back to back benefit from a higher power level. All defenses against bloody attackers are reduced. As we saw, minus 15 against all your defenses. That's tough. It's pretty rough to overcome, but you're a wizard. Ideally, you're not being attacked. Okay, well, that is that. I guess I am curious. Well, maybe we'll save that for like another day. I just wanted to see the classes. So, yeah, very cool. All right, well, thanks for following me along on this little journey. The subclasses seem very neat. I like what they've done with most of them. There's a few I'm not quite sure how they work. I mean, really, I don't really know how any of them work, but I think they're on the right track. I do want to see them fix some of the wizard subclasses. Have they done that yet? I haven't played in a while, like I said. So a lot of the wizard subclasses just kind of seemed harsh. Like losing 2 schools just to be able to conjure a familiar. Yeah, they didn't change this at all. And recovery time for none. I don't understand why they didn't either make conjuration spells even more powerful or drop this increased recovery time nonsense. It's bad enough you lose evocation and illusion, or illusion and transmutation. You lose 2 schools. I think that's too much to ask. Well, we have blood mages. That's cool. Okay. Well, thanks again. I will see you guys in a few weeks when I start a Let's Play. So I'll talk to you then.